And we've had an incredible fucking year. It's just it's crazy.
Keep the promises that you make to yourself. Motherhood, especially, it is really hard to keep promises that you make to yourself because there's so much that can pull you in any direction. And in that motherhood mode where it's really hard, someone needs you at all times. It was a solid 10 kilos that I've lost this year.
It's incredible.
I'm just really happy with the fact that I feel like myself again after a long time of not. This year we have accumulated a phenomenal group of people that now surround us in our business, which for the first time ever just really feels like we have ticked the culture box, the work ethic box, the passion box. And
it's crazy to think that the start of the year, it was like effectively in the core operations team was just me, you and George.
Yeah.
Right? Like everything else has been hired since then.
Yeah.
Look, biggest win for me is just being able to support my wife in achieving her goals and dreams.
It's great.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're on the same page. It's all about me.
We are definitely on the same page.
Just being able to go to different places in the world or maybe places that are significant to people that we love and do that with, that's been, a real highlight.
It's been a good year.
A great year.
I'm excited for the next one. So, Wild Community, very excited to go through a final podcast for 2025. Ash and I have a ritual whereby normally Ash prepares for this, but she decided to raw dog it today instead. But we normally do dinner together before the end of the year, sometime between Christmas and New Year's, and we reflect on the year and we go through a series of questions.
I still have those questions.
Oh, you have them? They're up here?
No, they're just, I've got the blog, it's saved permanently. We would do the same one every year.
So we are really well prepared. So we normally go through a series of questions to reflect on the year, what it's been, what could we do better, what's the plan for 2026. I thought this could be a really great opportunity for us as a final podcast episode to talk about those things. And we've had an incredible fucking year. And so I thought it'd be just quite special for us to have that dialogue together. And let's see where that goes.
So you do want my reflection questions?
Yeah, that's why you're here. Otherwise, we could have done this as a solo pod.
I thought you were the host and I was the guest.
No. It's our show together, baby.
Okay, let me pull them up.
Well, before we go through the year and all the different things as part of that, highlights for 2025. Business, personal, and family. I'm interested to get your take on highlights for this year.
Okay, great. So business highlights. That's an easy one. This year we have accumulated a phenomenal group of people that now surround us in our business, which for the first time ever just really feels like we have ticked the culture box, the work ethic box, the passion box, like everyone that we have around us at the moment are just really all phenomenal in their own right. And it is really just a collection of the most
Misfits.
Yeah, a collection of misfits. But that would be like we've achieved a lot in the business this year, but I think majority of that is because we've managed to, along the way, pull in the right people at the right time into the right positions. And without all of that working in the way that it has, we probably wouldn't have achieved half of what we've achieved. But we just did a team wrap up a couple of days ago with all of the faces from all around the world. And that was a really humbling experience just to hear everyone else's highlights and why they do what they do and why with us. And I think sometimes we are so busy in the doing of everything that it was just really nice to stop and stock take all of that, but just hear from everyone in the team. And that moment itself was like a huge highlight for me, just to see all of the faces that we have now supporting us in our dreams, which is just crazy.
Yeah, agreed. That was a very special moment on Wednesday. We didn't have the whole team on. I think we had, 20-something people were on that call?
I think we're only missing 2 or 3 people.
Yeah, some of the salespeople and then some of the partners. But that was very special.
Yeah, it was.
And it's crazy to think that the start of the year, it was like effectively in the core operations team was just me, you and George.
Yeah.
Right? Like everything else has been hired since then.
Yeah, that's
I think we hired
crazy.
17 people this year.
Yeah.
And I think the team itself, it's amazing to get the group of people together, but I'm not sure that group of people in a different environment do as well as they've done together with us.
Yeah.
And I think that's really down to you and Jaden and Kim and what you guys have done in terms of the team and the dynamic and the culture there, because that's been really incredible. For me, the business wins for the year are income and impact. We've had, I think we said, was it 117,000 people this year?
Yeah.
Over 117,000 people in all of our courses and programs around the world in 150 plus countries.
Yeah.
So that's just fucking ridiculous. And we haven't done the final end of year reports, but from a calendar year perspective, I think we'll tick just over $16 million, which is just ludicrous considering that January to December last year, we did 3.5. So
yeah, it's absolutely
it's just it's crazy. It's crazy.
Unfathomable.
Yeah, it is. And like for me as well, thinking about this, there's a lot of little business wins in amongst all of that, like Lindell, 4.2 million this year. And if I think about where she was at December last year, it's just completely different. Like the big goal for Lindell was to get to 400,000 in the year. And she's doing $1 million months now, which is just crazy, fucking nuts. Obviously, we brought Kim on board as well in July, which was crazy. I didn't think we would get that, which was amazing.
We got you, Kim.
Yeah.
You're ours now.
Yeah, we reeled him in. Gibney, just fancy Gibney did us for the win. And then I think some other business wins as well. The successful launch of the partnerships, the success of going into the United States as well. Like that's been incredible for us.
Yeah, we were really hesitant to dip our toes back into the US water.
For everyone that's watching, we went to the US in September. No, sorry, we went to the US in November 2019, just before COVID.
Yeah.
And we made the massive mistake of doing a 6 event tour
Live
of the
tour.
US.
Yeah.
Yeah. San Francisco, San Diego, San Jose, 2 events in California as well. 3 events in California because we stayed extra in California.
Yeah.
And we lost about $150,000 and
Which for us at that point in time, we were
like
living
$10 million.
event to event. So we would make our money, spend all of our money, and then have to do another event to make the money to then run the next. It was
a startup. It was like the Fire Festival. It was like startup to do a next event. And that was horrific. So I had no desire to want to go back to the United States, but we did. And it's obviously now the biggest market for us anywhere in the world, which is just incredible. So, but we feel like we're really only just touching the sides. Like we're really just getting started, which is just mental. So very excited. But that's been an incredible win as well. And then I think as well the success of the brand, from a personal brand perspective, we had, I think, about 18,000 followers at the start of the year. We're now at 55,000. So that's been crazy.
People really love to hear what you have to say.
No, people love Alila and Ivana. And people are fucking outraged about Alila and Ivana flying first class.
Yes.
Nothing gets people in the comments more than seeing a kid in first class.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I just didn't think that many people would be frustrated or upset or annoyed about it, but they really are.
I think it's probably more the provocative captions.
Well, I don't think that has anything to do with it.
Dusty Sons.
yeah.
That's what gets the people going.
Yeah, that does get the people going. It does get the people going. Yeah, it's been an incredible year. Very, very lucky, very blessed. Biggest personal win for you this year?
So is this just for me personally,
Yeah,
for like
you.
the family?
No, for you. We'd put family
okay,
next.
separate for family. Well, given that this is my first kind of full year of not either being pregnant or in newborn phase or breastfeeding or having a baby attached to me and relying on me for nutrients in some way, shape or form since basically I got pregnant with Alila, which is 4 years ago now. So I think I stopped breastfeeding Havana in April or May this year. Was it? I can't remember.
I'm pretty
Maybe
sure.
it was later than that.
I'm pretty sure.
No, it was later than that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you didn't breastfeed Havana while we're in Europe.
No, I didn't.
But we did when we were traveling in Africa.
Okay, so sometime between, let's call it.
Sometime between March and June.
Yeah, which was a whole ordeal in itself. But pretty much the 3 years prior to that, I've just been in that motherhood mode where it's really hard. Someone needs you at all times. So
good luck, Gigi. You've got a decent of a couple of years where that happens, by the way.
To be fair, we got pregnant very quickly after Alila where we weren't expecting to. So we were hoping to have more time than what I did initially the first time around. But anyway, And the ability to be able to just like focus on myself again from a physical perspective. Not that that's important, but I think it is important to be able to feel like yourself after going through some huge shifts and changes physically over the last couple of years. And being able to just work with my coach Alice and being able to just follow instruction and get the job done and get in a really good rhythm and routine with that and feel like really confident in my body again has been a really big win for me this year. I'm just...
For context, just so everyone can appreciate it online, because what you've achieved in terms of health and fitness is fucking remarkable. Where were you at the start of the year in terms of weight, and where are you at now?
Okay, we're just going straight into it.
Well, you're going to celebrate it. You fucking celebrate it.
Sure.
Like, you've done an amazing job. If you weren't proud of the weight that you had, I wouldn't mention it on the call, but you are, so we may as well talk about it.
Well, it's important. It was a solid 10 kilos that I've lost this year.
It's incredible.
Which is,
and you're at pre-Alila weight now.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. I'd honestly never thought I would get there again. So it is nice to, and again, it's not about the numbers, but definitely about how you feel.
Fuck, it is about the fucking numbers. No, it is. People say that that's bullshit. But then on the same token, let's be clear, how many times have we had conversations privately where you've stood on the scales and you haven't been happy with the numbers?
Yeah.
So it's like, I think this is important. It's not about the numbers in the sense of there's more to the numbers than that. But for people listening at home, people say that bullshit. It's like, oh, it's not about the way you look or it's not about the numbers on the scale. No, it's not about those things. But if you're standing on the scale not happy with the number and you don't look good in the mirror to yourself, then it is about those things.
Yeah,
and
totally.
So
I just don't want to put out that the number should dictate in any way, shape or form like how you feel about yourself.
No, but it still does though.
I know that, but it shouldn't, but it does.
But then just be honest about that for people as well.
Sure.
Like,
yeah, okay, fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get to celebrate it.
Yes. So yeah, from a personal perspective, I'm just really happy with the fact that I feel like myself again after a long time of not.
Well, for the purpose of it not being about the numbers,
okay,
but still about the numbers, honestly, in your reflection, because I'm going to ask a question, but I'll give you context for me.
Yeah.
The other day I was walking around the river, as you know that we do.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about the fact that when I was starting Wild and we didn't have the success that we have now, there was a hunger and a drive to want to succeed. And I still felt the same now. Yeah. It's just that we have the numbers are bigger.
Yes.
So, but it's the same thing, right? But for me, the feeling is not the number in terms of did we make some sales, did we change lives, did we have these number of partners, but it's more the feeling of growth.
Yes.
Feeling as though we're improving and we're getting better.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so from a physical perspective, as you know, I just got my scans done. We'll talk about them in a second. And the numbers have been really good for me. But on the same token, I know there's been times where the numbers on the scale have been good, but I haven't felt good because I know I'm not doing the work.
Yeah.
So I'm interested for you, and it's a spectrum, right?
Yeah.
So, you've lost more than 10 kilos this year. You're at pre-baby weight. But what for you in that work has been the part that's made you feel the best? You said that before, you feel like you're back to being yourself again.
Yes.
There's a scale reality to that, but then there's also I've done the work and I've been working with Alice and I've gone to the gym and I've done a certain amount of sessions and I've been doing my steps. So, it's not just one or the other.
Yeah.
It's both.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to get your take on what had to happen for you to feel like you were back to being yourself.
I think I've heard this a few times being spoken by other people, and I was like, oh, that really resonates. It's that you keep the promises that you make to yourself. And so then you then build trust in yourself to know that you're going to do what you said you're going to do, because I feel like in motherhood especially, it is really hard to keep promises that you make to yourself because there's so much that can pull you in any direction. And there's so many excuses that are really legitimate excuses to not do the things that you said you're going to do for you. And so it takes a while to get to the point where you can follow through on keeping the promises that you make to yourself. Because it's really easy to say in the moment, like, oh, you might get that spurt of motivation and be like, okay, cool, tomorrow morning's the morning. And then you might have a terrible night where you're up 6 or 7 times with your baby, or someone throws up, or someone wets the bed, or whatever. There's so many things, and so and I think a lot of the time getting up in the morning is really hedged on what happened the night before. Because if you've had a good night's sleep, there's you can probably be like, okay, just get up. You're actually being lazy, but there's a lot of times in motherhood just really significant things that happen overnight that mean that you're so exhausted and the last thing you want to do is get up and move. But just taking that first step, and even if it's like for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever, just being like, okay, cool, I said I was going to do it. Even if I just go for a walk around the block, I'm proving to myself that I'm still capable of keeping the promises that I've made to myself. And I think that is the thing that has helped the most, is that building, and it's obviously just habitual, but then it's, I know that if I did it last week, then I can do it again next week. So yeah, I think that is the thing.
So that's your biggest personal win?
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Nice. Would you like to know mine?
Yeah, we'd love
thanks
to.
for asking. Yeah. Can you tell we've been married for some time, Gigi?
I didn't know I had to ask. I thought we were just going to...
you don't have to ask. You don't have to. But fuck, it might be nice to know what to share in the podcast, you know. Let's keep all of this in. This is all good stuff.
Is it though? Sorry, guys.
Look, biggest win for me is just being able to support my wife in achieving her goals and dreams.
Straight up rubbish.
It's just really being able to help my wife. You know, it's not about the weight, but she's lost 10 kilos, and you know, she just, for me, I wake up every morning going, it's nice my wife gets to feel like her again. That fills me up. I don't really have success outside of that.
No.
I just live for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're on the same page. It's all about me.
We are definitely on the same page, baby. Don't worry about that. No, my biggest win for the year personally, we had this conversation earlier today. I set 4 Masogis for the year. We'll talk about Masogis in a second. One was for us to do 10 million in the business. We did that in the financial year, so that was a win. One was to get to between 90 and 95 kilos at 15% body fat, and I am 90 kilos at 15% as of today, so that's a win. But I don't look anything like the fucking photo that I had for the goal. So I achieved the numbers, but not the visual, so got some work to do there. I wanted to graduate from King's College with my postgraduate in neuroscience and psychology, and I submitted my final piece yesterday.
Yeah, you did.
And by that I mean that AI and I graduated from King's College, so we'll see. Hopefully, let's release this post. They give me the paper. I do declare that I use AI when I submit it.
All right.
It helps me with grammar and editing.
Yes, just those things though.
Not only those things. All the ideas are my own. And then the final piece is that we wanted to get pregnant.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we haven't done that yet. But who knows? It's still possible for the end of the year. But that's been a work in progress.
Yes, that's never in our control, really, is it? That one's divine.
Well, practice more. Try harder. So the business has been all-consuming, but I'm really proud of the discipline in the fitness stuff.
Yeah.
In the years gone by, it's been more fitness focused in terms of like running, and done like the half marathons and stuff. And I haven't done that, and I probably feel like I should have done better with the running this year. But I have been really diligent and disciplined in the gym physically, getting to the gym in the morning. And for people watching, we have a cadence normally, not every morning that we do it like this, but probably 3 times a week has probably been the standard since we come back from Europe.
Yeah.
Where Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'll normally get up early all days, but on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I get up extra early. I do my workout first. I come back so you can go and do your workout, and I have the girls, and then we both get into the day. And I think that's worked. That's worked really well because it support each other. And I think it's helped you. Not that it's ever been an issue for me if you hadn't gone to the gym when I've come back, but I think it helped you to go to the gym because you knew that I got up earlier to go and do it for you.
Without a doubt. There's like an extra level of accountability there because I wouldn't, especially when we're all pulling late hours overnight, I don't want to ever force you to get up earlier than you need to and then not take advantage of the space that's been created to go and do the thing that I said that I wanted to do. So I think the thing I've noticed with you this year, and probably over the last 18 months, but especially this year, is that if you know Calvin well, you'll know that he's normally like an all or nothing kind of guy. Like he'll pick something and it will be so extreme and definitely unmaintainable in most cases. But for the most part, very extreme.
One can hope.
He goes for hard and fast for short periods of time. But I think the way that you've approached your fitness, which is different this year than what I've noticed in years past, is that even though there's like other pressures and stresses on your time, that you've still been just really consistent. And it's like, cool, if I just feel like going for a walk today, I'm going to feel like going for a walk. If I, go to the gym, I'm going to go to the gym. If I'm, whatever it is. But you've still done those things consistently and gotten up and moved regardless, and not, I feel like you haven't had the all or nothing approach. And I think that's something different this year that I think has helped you in sustaining all of that. And I'm proud of you for that, because normally you would go very extreme, and you've just done,
I think that the reason for that, though, has been that the goal hasn't been the fitness. Like, to be fair, I haven't been exercising and training and working out for the purpose of achieving something in terms of body transformation.
Yeah.
It's been more, the way I've framed it in my mind, has been more about having the daily discipline of exercise, whether that be lifting or running or going for a walk. It's been the daily discipline of showing up and doing that every day as you have to continue to earn it.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not, I think if I've been going to do a half marathon again, or a marathon or another Ironman, then it would have been different because the goal would have been about an outcome. Whereas opposed to I've just been showing up, because for me, it's not been about fitness. Fitness has just been the vehicle from which I meant to demonstrate personal discipline and the importance of just setting my intention for the day. So it's been more of a mental health piece than I think a physical health piece. Yeah. And the physical health piece has just been a bonus as part of it. Yeah. Wins as a family. Highlight of the year.
Oh, there's so many. We have done some incredible things with the Girly Wellies this year.
Outrageous.
And
222.
The biggest win is honestly just the ability that we have to be able to take time when we want to take time and go to places that we want to go to with them and just get to show them the world. That's obviously amazing. But I think this year was extra special because we were also able to include some of our really close relatives in some of those experiences. And being able to just take that experience one level further with them and create some beautiful memories with my dad, with your mom, and also with Cal's grandparents. And we'd love to do more things like that with other members of the family, but just being able to go to different places in the world, or maybe places that are significant to people that we love, and do that with the girlies, I know is obviously so special for them, but I think even more so for those other special people in our lives. That's been, a real highlight.
Yeah, it has been very special. I think the ability to create magical moments, and we've done plenty of that, and to do it with the girls, but I've appreciated more this year the magic of having magical moments with the girls for the people that we love and care about.
Yeah.
So you're doing the piece of your dad with him in Mauritius. For context, for those of you who don't know, Ash's granddad used to be one of the top engineers for Qantas, and they were stationed in Mauritius for how long? Like 10 years, 5 years?
I think it was 6 years.
6 years?
So, yeah.
And so Stephen was born in Australia, but his brothers and sisters are Mauritian, right? Born in Mauritius. And he hadn't been back for 40, 50 years. And so we wanted to go back, but we wanted to go back with him, and we wanted to go back with the girls. We facilitated that in March. But for him going back would have been a special experience. But for him going back with the girls and getting to spend time with them and for them to enjoy it and just to love being somewhere new, and for him to experience that, like it's like the triple dynamic there of us enjoying something with the girls, of him enjoying something with the girls, of us enjoying it with him, and being able to experience all of that. Like same as my mum in Hong Kong or granddad in France. There's magic in that. Yeah. It's just incredible. And that was really, really special. Yeah. This has been an incredible, remarkable personal year. Yeah. There's been so much that we celebrated together as a family. But we've got the calendar for the year, and I thought we could go through just the highlights for each month because each month has been fucking remarkable. So let's go month by month.
It may induce some anxiety for some people.
Yeah.
Trigger warning.
You get a sense of what this year is like. So January, I go to Hong Kong, and we set up Wild Hong Kong. And that was an epic trip. So we fly over there, and then we come back and we go down to, we'll go up to Lancelin with your grandma, with the girls. And then we launch social media marketing with Kim and the partners. And then me and you, we have our first solo trip away without the girls, and
First
we go
ever.
to Melbourne for the Australian Open men's final.
Yes, we did.
And we see Simon and Yetta. We do dinner there together. We do some incredible places, and we get to see the men's final, which Yannick Silva just spanked in.
Yeah, it was
I can't remember
amazing.
who he beat, but it was over in like 3 sets straight away. We do that, and then we come back, and that was January, which was just mental.
Okay, February. Well, we went to see Wicked on stage, which sparked a whole nother journey that we're still on with our...
We're still deep in The Wizard of
Our
Oz.
children love it. Some of these things, I don't know what they say.
Shits and gigs.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was rubbish, by the way.
Yes, it wasn't that great. Jaden
But-
started in February.
He did.
That's a big highlight.
Yeah, I remember we hired him when we were in.
Yeah, we did. We
at
told
the
him.
Ritz in
we were at the Australian Open.
Australian Open.
So yeah, Jaden started with the team in February, which was amazing, and then we had a solid couple of weeks with nothing, which is unusual. Then
Well, we worked and had life and a family,
of
and
course.
we didn't travel and do
but
anything.
like by comparison to, I suppose there's some chunks in there where there's not so much going on. But
Sorry,
anyway.
guys, this is Ash's first time looking at this
I
document.
actually
It's a
remember
calendar of the year.
Okay, so get a
Fast
cup.
forward to the 20th, baby, on
Get a
our
cup of
wedding
tea.
anniversary.
Get a cup of tea, guys. Okay, wedding anniversary on the 20th, and
What
then
did we do? Can you remember what we did?
No, we didn't do that much because we had a special dinner in Singapore.
Oh, there she goes. She remembers. Amazing.
At,
Unbelievable.
Odette, which was 10 out of 10.
3-star Michelin
11
restaurant.
out of 10.
Your
in
boy
fact.
got that done.
It was very, very, very beautiful.
Yeah.
It was quite the lead up to that because we had a huge saga to deal with before we went away. But anyway,
Do you want to explain that to everybody, by the way?
sure.
Or would you like me to explain it?
No, I can explain it.
Please.
Basically, we've just hired Jaden. We are about to go on a big family trip to Singapore for Carl's granddad's birthday and also the wedding anniversary of Carl's grandparents and my birthday, and amongst other things. Included in that trip on the back end is also Africa, South Africa and Mauritius with my dad. So big trip coming
We're
up.
away for 6 weeks.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Yeah.
Just before we went away, I think it was a few days before we went away, our direct debit provider basically told us that we needed to get all of our clients out and find another direct debit provider. So that means that literally all of our income, all of our contracts, everything that we basically
at this
used to
point,
run
it's
the
like
business.
$7 million worth of
yeah,
clients.
Yeah. All getting processed by an outsourced agency. They said no. Take your clients and go somewhere else for reasons that we don't need to go into.
Just ludicrous.
Ludicrous reasons. But obviously, as you can imagine, we've hit panic stations and we have thought about cancelling the whole trip because it's that significant. Like if this piece doesn't work, like basically we have no business. So, and they also have given us a very tight time frame, 30 days, to find another provider, which is like near impossible without some really significant arm twisting on our end. Yeah, just wild. And also told us that at any point in time, if they want to, they'll just shut us down. So we're pretty much just pulling people out and trying to do whatever we can to accomplish the mission of finding someone else. Anyway, luckily for us, Jaden has been through very similar processes time and time again. He has connections in the direct debit world and was like, guys, I've got this. If you please go on your holiday. But it was very touch and go. I think even in Singapore, we were still touch and go as to whether or not we were going to proceed with going on to South Africa or not. But that was honestly probably the most stressful experience of the whole year, I would say, leading into that trip. But yeah, it would just mean that we would obviously not get paid, not be able to pay any of our staff, not be able to pay any of our overheads. If that obviously, and not have any of our client details available to us. So yeah, that was an absolute nightmare to find out a few days before leaving on a huge international trip. But yeah, like big shout out to Jaden for rallying behind us and also having the know-how. Otherwise, we honestly, we would have been fucked. So that was February. So we did Singapore in February for Carl's family trip, which was amazing. Heaps of highlights inside of Singapore. Obviously, it's a phenomenal place to go and travel with kiddies. And we were there all the way through till early March.
Yeah.
And then now it's your turn.
Yeah. So beginning of March, we go to the Raffles. We're in Sentosa for the opening of the Raffles Sentosa, which is an incredible property. So
amazing.
very, very lucky to do that. Then we got to celebrate your 35th birthday, Sushi Samba. Which we got to celebrate
we
with.
did. That was
And then
fun.
we fly to South Africa. We do Camps Bay,
Yeah.
and Constantia in Cape Town, which was an amazing place. I probably wouldn't rush back
No.
to Cape Town. Really beautiful place, and the
Yeah.
winery region, amazing,
Yeah,
but
it
I
was
never
stunning.
felt safe with the girls.
Yeah.
And I don't think we fully appreciated just like I expected South Africa, particularly Cape Town, to be very much like Perth. Because people always say it's very similar.
Yeah.
What I didn't fully anticipate was the visual stimulation of having barbed wire security fences everywhere that you go.
Alarm systems.
Oh,
like,
you always
it's
feel
just-
like you're on edge. Like we were
was
never
very
in
edgy.
danger while we were there,
No.
but you always felt like there was something about to happen because everywhere you go is security and everything is built as if you're in a war environment. Like it was really
and
fucking
there's
mental.
still like, I don't know if they're called like slums or favelas or what they're called in South Africa, but there's
Slums.
Okay, so slums. When people mention that Camps Bay is like we don't have slums in Perth. We obviously have homeless population, but we don't have where people are literally living in like communities of tin. And that I've never seen a slum before. But that was the first
India,
time.
right?
So, well, I didn't even. Well, yeah, I guess. I did see in India, but
you don't get to see at
No,
India everything's
not-
at ground level, whereas
Yes.
in because Camps Bay in South Africa is so hilly, you do get to see the vastness of communities.
it was definitely like uncharted territory in terms of I was like, oh my God, I wasn't expecting it to be like that.
yeah.
So that was an intense experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
But amazing spot. Camps Bay, very beautiful.
Yeah.
And then we got to go to Babylon Storian,
That
which
was-
is just an
yeah.
incredible place. If
Out
you
of
ever
this
go
world.
there, that was amazing. Then we flew to Johannesburg, which we thought was going to be rough, but we didn't stay in Johannesburg. We had a tour, and that was just incredible.
Yeah.
The safari with the girls.
Yeah, that was, oh my gosh.
We had Thomas, our driver, which
Yeah.
was amazing. That was an incredible property.
Yeah.
And so we got to go on. For anyone that's doing a tour of South Africa, and particularly if you're doing a safari, most people do Kruger National Park, but we couldn't go to Kruger National Park because the girls are not old enough to get immunized for malaria, and malaria, this Kruger National Park has malaria. So we stayed in Johannesburg Central, and we're just outside of Johannesburg, like 3 hours outside of Joburg, right?
Do you remember the car drive?
Yeah, I try to forget. That's a whole nother story. Anyway, we get to this place, Kruger National Park, just outside of Johannesburg, and it's a private game reserve, which is like tens of thousands of
Kwabi, it
acres.
was
Kwabi,
called. Yeah.
incredible.
10 out of 10 recommend.
Amazing. And if you are staying there as a couple, they go on game drives morning and night. Morning, afternoon, but because we have the young kids, they won't take us out with everybody else. You have to go on private drives. And so we have our own driver, Thomas,
He was
who was amazing.
Yeah.
And so we get there. I remember we fly in on day one, and it was like being in Jurassic Park in the first movie where there's no one there. Like there was us. There was not another adult there, and there's just the staff and us. You know when they have like the buffet, remember in Jurassic Park where they've got like the buffet, but it's just for you. And you're like, there's no one else here. But I remember the first drive out, we see
Oh my God, it was
lions,
incredible.
we see zebra, we see elephants, we see giraffe, buffalo,
There's giraffes and zebras everywhere.
crocodile. We saw crocodiles
did,
as well.
yeah. And the
Unbelievable.
Hippos. Or was the hippos the next day? I
Hippo
can't
next
remember.
day. But just incredible.
It was,
incredible.
and that, like,
And we're like
such
meter
close
you
range.
away from
Yeah.
lions and lioness.
yeah.
Mental. And I thought they would have guns and they didn't have guns, and I was a bit fucking terrified of that. But
It was an open safari car
it was
too.
something.
Like it was
It was
just
something.
wild. I remember thinking during that experience, like, this is life. Like, you know, no, like just like the fullest extent of what like life is about is like
being near death
no,
brought you closer to
more
life.
so just like experiencing
Yes.
like the earth in such a natural
Yes.
way.
Yes.
And I remember just being so mind blown and in awe of the whole thing and being like, this is what like you're supposed to experience when
Yeah,
you're
it was
here.
spectacular.
Like, yeah, this
It was
is what it is.
spectacular.
Yeah.
It was really amazing. And just being out, even just in nature, in the Jeep, like you're just like, this is incredible.
Super grounding. Yeah, it was amazing.
Did safari. Then we go to Mauritius, which was an experience in of itself. We had this incredible Airbnb on paper, but didn't have aircon. So when we get there and it's like 45 degrees in Mauritius and we were dying.
So humid.
So we leave and then we go and check into the hotel, which was beautiful.
Yeah, it
Where did we
was.
stay? It wasn't Sofitel. It was
Was it Radis?
no. Anyway, we stayed somewhere. That was
Yeah,
beautiful
it
with
was.
your dad.
Yes.
That was spectacular. and we got to enjoy Mauritius. Again, I wouldn't go back to Mauritius.
No, not in a hurry.
No.
Especially when you've got like
just hard to get to.
Yeah, exactly. That's
but it was
the
lovely
hardest
to
part.
do with your dad.
Yeah, amazing. And like it is kind of like a mixture of a Thailand or Bali mixed with like a Hawaii with the hills. Like it was absolutely stunning. But you could probably
But I
get a
wouldn't rush
very
back.
similar experience and
Without
not have to
traveling
travel so far.
50 hours.
Yes.
So we did Mauritius, then we come back. And then I did Michael Owen with my dad and brother, which was all right.
Yeah.
And then April, basically, with the exception of my birthday on the 17th, was
Very
basically a
important
write-off.
date.
And then May, John and Nessa's wedding. And we didn't, other than John and Nessa's wedding, we didn't do anything in May. But then
Just Max chilling.
Max chilling. And then June, end of financial year, which was cool. And then we have a monster trip to Europe in...
We left on the 1st of July.
we
remember.
did. So step through the Europe trip.
Oh my gosh.
We land in Berlin,
Oh, yes. I loved
flying to Berlin, which
I
was
loved it.
just stunning. Stayed at Kaminsky next to the I was going to say Arc de Triomphe, but it's not the Arc de Triomphe. That's in Paris. This was the Brandenburg Gate.
Yes, yes. And then we had a huge kerfuffle to try and get to Paris because they cancelled all the flights.
All the Air France operators decided to go on strike, so all the planes were broken and broken. They couldn't fly. So we had to fly to Frankfurt, fly from Frankfurt to... Were you on board at this point? No, you weren't.
No.
No, fuck.
Kim had just started here.
So we meant to fly to Paris and then go straight to Paris Disney.
Yes.
But they cancelled the flights to Paris. So then we have to fly from Berlin to Frankfurt, Frankfurt to Belgium. Belgium, then we catch a train to Paris.
Yeah.
And then
Disneyland,
a train to Paris Disneyland.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, my grandparents are in Amsterdam.
Yes.
And they're training and we have to try to intersect them so we can arrive at Disney at the same time.
Yeah.
And that was just a fucking nightmare.
It was.
With
And-
2 kids.
Yeah. And Carl's poor grandma was so ill.
Oh,
she had
deadly ill,
undiagnosed
like on the verge of
pneumonia.
death.
Yeah.
Just
also
in
had a
denial.
broken arm. Yeah.
So they're about to go on a trip
Shout
around
out
Europe.
to Bernadette. You are a trooper.
The day before Gran leaves, Gran's nearly 80. She'll be 80 in January,
Yes.
79. So the day before she goes on her Europe trip, they're doing a river cruise. She breaks her arm and she's like, fuck it, I'm going anyway, right?
yeah, sure, yeah.
Goes on the trip. The final couple of days on the riverboat, gets insanely sick, but thinks she has COVID and doesn't want to be isolated. So she decides to go, you know what, fuck it, I'm not going to tell anybody about me being sick.
Yeah.
To the point where she can't leave the bed. Like she's got pneumonia,
Bedridden,
dying, right? My granddad's going backwards and forwards to pharmacy, he's getting her drugs, but she's actually like on the verge of death.
Yeah.
Then they get on a train
Yes.
and we tell them, hey, don't come. Like if you're sick, like it's all good.
Go home.
No, she's like, no, we're locked in.
Just make sure you see the doctor. No.
They come to the point where she's so sick she can't even walk up the train to come and meet us on the train.
Yeah.
Right? That's when I know it was bad.
Yeah.
Then we get into Disney. If anyone that's been to Disney Paris, there's the main Disney Paris hotel, but then there's a series of Marvel, other types of hotels that are Disney themed. So I told everybody that we were staying at the Marvel one, which was like a 10-minute walk away. What no one knew was that I actually booked us at the Disney hotel, the main Disney hotel,
Disneyland.
which is just fucking
Oh my
drug dealer
God.
money.
And,
Like it's stupid money to stay at the Disney hotel.
But phenomenal. And thank God.
Thank God, because otherwise we couldn't do it.
No.
There's no way she would have been able to get
No.
between those
She
places.
would have never stepped foot inside the Disney park.
I'm not going to explain everyone how much it costs. If you really want to find out, just Google Disneyland Hotel Paris.
Yeah.
So we're paying my gran and granddad to stay there. I think she went into the park one time.
Yeah.
We were there for 3 days. She went to the park one time. She was that sick. And then one of the days she did go in and fucking pissed down with
Yeah,
rain.
that was the day. Yeah.
Oh, fuck, man. What an experience.
Yeah.
But we got to have some great character dinners.
Yeah, and we also had some really great ponchos,
Great elite level ponchos.
which are also drug money. Anywho, Disneyland, amazing. I am a Disney girly through and through. Would go, my bucket list is to do all of them. It was so phenomenal. And
It's always great.
Yeah, and especially with
always great.
the girls being as princess obsessed as they are.
Disney girly through and through.
Yes, love it. And then we went through to London.
Then we flew. We got the train through to London.
We did.
We arrived into London. We stayed in Battersea Park,
which
was great.
Yeah,
It's
it was
like
a great little
like
area.
an apartment type thing, which is
Yeah.
awesome. And we've never been in London in July during Wimbledon, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was a vibe. It was
a
actually
vibe.
really vibey. We loved it. We did a heap of cool stuff in London.
We did some amazing stuff. We did the Ritz.
Yeah, we did
which
the
was
Ritz.
beautiful. We did
Shrek and Paddington, all the tourist things.
Fun fact for all of you business people that are listening to this as well. I'm always fascinated by this. So we've done the Ritz afternoon tea a few times, which is beautiful. And they put, I think it was like a couple of thousand people, 500 people through or 2,000 people through a day through there for afternoon
Just
tea.
for high tea, yeah.
Afternoon tea, high tea. But there's only the remember the guy that showed us the ring?
Yeah.
He was telling us there's only like at the moment like a couple of rooms available.
Yeah, like
at the
10%
Ritz.
occupancy allowed or something.
Yeah, I think they're renovating or doing something. So most of the business at the Ritz London is not actually the hotel. It's actually just
Foot
really a
traffic from the
dining.
high tea.
It's a dining room
Yeah.
high tea.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, beautiful experience.
So we did that. What were some other highlights in London?
We also did the client catch-up.
We did the client catch-up, yes.
which
This
was
was
amazing.
amazing. So
Yeah.
we put a post out to say we're going to do a client catch-up event. We had a lady get a train from 3 hours from Scotland to come down for it, which is
a
just
lot
mental.
of people travelled in. far and wide.
So that was really special. Got to do that. That was an amazing thing. Very much done on the fly. Did that. We got to do Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
We did Paddington Bear.
Yeah.
We did the Shrek experience with the girls. They loved it.
All the touristy things.
All the touristy things, which was amazing. That was very, very special.
Yeah, we loved it.
Then,
Pyramids.
yes, pyramids. Did we see a show? Did we do any shows?
No, because girls too young.
Too young. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we flew to pyramids. Did the pyramids. That was incredible.
So good.
Your thoughts on Egypt and Cairo as a whole?
Again, I wouldn't rush back with little kids. Anytime you have to supervise your kids to a high degree anyway, taking them to more intense countries or like places that are like more unhygienic, just not a good time because you're just on high alert and obviously just, conscious of them getting, Anyway.
But I think if you were to do it, you would do the way we did it.
Oh, without a
Which
doubt.
is we stayed at Manor House, which is incredible. It's like at the Great Pyramid.
Yeah.
So you literally catch a golf
couldn't
buggy
ask for a
to
better
the Great Pyramid,
experience.
which
Yeah.
is incredible. And then what they also did really well was we got a private driver organized by the hotel to take us to the new Egyptian, the GEM, the Great Egyptian Museum.
That was absolutely stunning.
And this was just before they'd opened. It's only just officially opened like a month ago.
Absolutely stunning.
That
What a
was outrageous.
Beautiful,
And so
beautiful
literally we just
facility.
did 3 places. We did the
Yeah.
hotel, we did the Great Pyramids, and then we did... We did, but if I was to go back again, I'd go doing winter, not summer.
Yeah, and you just wouldn't go with little kids. Like the whole point of going to
Is
Egypt,
to listen to a 5-hour archaeological
literally,
explanation.
like you're going for the history. You're not going to do anything with like.
Remember-
there's no playground there. Okay, you can't even. The girls were trying to read the plaques and were touching them, and the museum. I don't know what you would call them. Attendant staff.
Yeah.
Were like, don't touch that. So,
I remember we did the tour.
Yeah.
So we've organised a photographer and a tour guide to do the Great Pyramids. We get there as early as we can. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning or
That
something,
was
7
when
o'clock
it
in the morning.
opened.
Yeah.
It
Like,
opened at 8, which they should need to open it at 6 a.m. in summer. It's horrific.
It's already 35 degrees. Like, we're dying.
And old mate sat us right in the sun to give us his spiel.
And he's wanting
Like
to
it's
go
a pyramid.
deep. He's
There
wanting to go
is shade
deep.
somewhere. Okay, cast a
We're
shadow
gonna
somewhere.
go deep. And we got the photographer, and I'm like, bro, we're going to need the highlight version
let's
of this.
just do
Like,
the
let me
photos.
just give me ChatGPT version of this.
And also,
instead.
to be fair, he also was bringing up random videos on his phone to show us. I'm like, I didn't come to sit in the sun and watch your videos on your phone, but
we got some good photos.
we did amazing
And
photos and great experience.
I learned nothing about the pyramids from him.
I couldn't
No.
compute anything he was saying because it was so hot.
But that wasn't his fault. It was just we're sitting in the heat, and also we have Alila and Avani just
Chasing-
losing their shit.
All they wanted was a headscarf.
Fact.
Alila just kept wanting to buy headscarves from the
Yes,
market
yes.
women. Yeah.
So that was good. And I proposed again,
Oh yes, that's right. You did.
Yes.
Yeah, we bought a special ring
which
at the
wasn't
Ritz.
part of the plan. So for
No.
context, we're at the Ritz. And if anyone's been to the Ritz, they'll know. But if you've been to a nice hotel, they normally have like a jewelry store in the hotel. In this case, they've got, because the Ritz is old, they've got pillars in the corner where they basically created like display cabinets in the walls.
Yeah.
And we saw this beautiful ring. And then we asked the guy to come out and show us it, and we did, and I really liked it. And I was like, but this is an engagement ring, and you already have an engagement and a wedding ring.
Yeah.
And so we decided to buy a new one. But I said, if we're going to do it, I want to give it to you properly. So me and the girls gave it to you in front of the Great Pyramids, which was very, very special.
So special.
So that was very lovely. So we did that. And then we flew to Athens.
Yes.
Which was a vibe.
I loved Athens. We were only there for one night.
We stayed at a fucking epic hotel as well.
It was amazing. The whole vibe of Athens was so good. A lot of people
The
have
food was so good as well.
The food was
hey?
amazing. Oh, that was one thing about Egypt. The food was terrible. Like
No,
if
not
you're
good.
going there for good,
Not
like
good. No. You're not getting good. It's not like Jordan, okay? We need to go and get proper, proper food.
But no, Greece was amazing from the second we got there. So hospitable,
really good.
Amazing, really, really beautiful.
And then we did Explorer Journeys,
Yes.
and we did the cruise of the Greek islands, which, by the
Yes.
way, leading up to Explorer Journeys was one of the most painful experiences known to man. But once we were on the cruise ship,
Could not
exceptional.
fault it. Yeah.
remarkable. Would definitely go again.
Oh, yeah.
But there was a point where I was going to burn the ship down.
Oh, yes.
Quick background story for everyone listening, right? So we think about the idea of doing Greece, Greek tour, like fucking awesome. We find Explorer Journeys, which is like this very unknown brand. It's really becoming prominent now. They sponsor the F1 and stuff, so it's getting big, but it's not a big name. They have brand new cruise ships and everything is suites. Yeah. So it's like, this is amazing, right? Yeah. Beautiful. So we're like, well, we'll just stay in one room. Mm-hmm. They're like, you can't do that because of the two kids. You have to have two rooms. So it becomes twice as expensive. So at this point, it was like 15,000, I want to say, or 25,000? 15,000. Mm-hmm. So, are you sure? I think it was like 10 each, 10 per room.
I thought it was like, I think it was 15. I think it was like 7.5 per room.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe more. Maybe it was 10. I don't know.
Yeah. No, 21 because it was going to be 30.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So we pay, at this point, 10 grand per room.
Yeah.
We got 20 grand for 7 days at the Greek islands, which is more than we really wanted to pay. But I was like, this is going to be an incredible experience.
For ease and
we're
logistics.
Like, we're on the cruise, I think, was 7 days. So it's like, it works at 3 grand a night for the four of us, all you can eat, food, drink, the whole thing. And I was like, that fine.
Plus all the ports and whatever. Great.
So when we organize it, we speak to the team. We say, we want connecting rooms because Alila's 4 and Havana's 2.
Yeah.
And they say, yeah, no problems. Then they give us allocation and we're on deck 9 and the girls are on deck 7. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, that's not going to work. Then we can put you next to each other. And I was like, that's also not going to work. We can't have them in a separate room by a locked door. We need interconnecting suites. This goes on for like a month.
Yeah.
And they go, we can fix it for you, but you have to upgrade to a...
like a 4-person room.
Yeah. And that's, they said that's going to be 19,000. And I was like, that's fine. We paid 21. No, it's 19 extra.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not paying $40,000.
Havana's actually less than 2 at this point. She's like 1.5.
I'm not paying $40,000 for this cruise. They said they're the only options. I was like, this is fucking ludicrous. So we're going backwards and forwards. We only managed to finally get it sorted out.
Yeah.
In the end, after I told them, go and check the recording of the call that we made. They go and listen to the call that originally we made. They emailed and apologized. They upgraded our room for free because otherwise they were still telling us that we're going to have to pay.
There was no interconnecting rooms left is basically
extra.
what they
and I
were
was like,
saying.
this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So thankfully we got there and it was an amazing room. Definitely not worth $40,000, but it was an amazing room.
No way.
And it was an incredible cruise, like just an incredible cruise. Most of the Greek islands I probably raffle, to be fair. Like I wouldn't go back to any of them. We only went to one island,
right? The rest was all mainland.
Yeah, but the like most of the stops were rubbish. Yeah. The cruise was phenomenal though. The food, the service, the entertainment, everything, it just world class. Yeah. But Mykonos was incredible.
Had an incredible time in Mykonos. The little one that we went to, the little cute one.
Patmos.
Yeah,
I think that was cute.
Loved it.
Yeah, that was really cute. So we did that. Then we landed in Istanbul. Ugh. Do not go back again.
Never.
No. Again, Airbnb though. We picked an Airbnb. Would you like to explain your choice of Airbnb, just for everybody listening?
Okay. Yes. So I feel like sometimes it's hard to really gauge.
It's not really hard. People do it all the time.
Accessibility.
When they say warning that there are stairs.
And do you know what? I flagged this with you before I booked it because we looked at it and it was phenomenal. It was looking over the Bosphorus, yeah. Bosphorus River. Phenomenal views. Look like just outstanding. Yeah, huge space, like gorgeous. And there was comments saying that there was a staircase and that was the inaccessibility issue. I said to Cal, it's 1 flight of stairs. Do we raffle it? Do we commit? And he was like, no, this looks epic. Let's commit. Anyway, turns out that it's not just the stairs to get to the apartment. You're then on this like a weird kind of like split level street that in order to get anywhere, you needed to go down or up another full flight of stairs. And obviously we have the 2 girlies.
And we also have 4 suitcases. We have 1 stroller, We have 3 or 4 handbags.
Yes.
And of course, Ash, you can't carry anything when you have the girls. So, that's just, it's
And also,
a
like, we
nightmare.
can't just, the road is here, you go down the stairs, and then the apartment's up here on a different street. So, like, or you can't just
basically-
leave your stuff just like
We
floating
check in and we
around
check out.
in Istanbul. Yeah.
We check in and
Anyway,
check
yeah,
out.
we arrive and then we leave.
Then we go stay in Shangri-La instead,
Yeah.
which is nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
I think, again, similar to Egypt, like anywhere with little kids that you need to be more on high alert.
Yeah.
Just
Not a
don't go. And make it easy for yourself if you do go. Just do a hotel. Like somewhere there, and an Uber can literally drop you in and pick you up from, and then you can go see what you need to see and get back there.
But then we flew to Hong Kong.
And then we flew to Hong Kong.
Which was out of this
my
fucking
God.
world.
Yeah, shout out to our Shangri-La friends.
Yeah.
They really took care of us.
Joy and Gigi
Yeah. Well, Cal had a video that went viral earlier
Yeah.
in the year from when we were in Singapore.
at the Shangri-La.
Yeah, at the Shangri-La. I forgot to
And that
mention
had
we went
over
there.
200, over 100 million views back then. It may have more now, maybe
Yeah.
200 million. But back then it was 100 million views, which was incredible. And then so we started a partnership with the Shangri-La,
Yeah.
and they hosted us for the week
was
for 4 or 5 days
honestly-
in there, and that was remarkable. We got
Yeah.
to have some incredible rooms. Have some amazing service. They really just did such an
Beautiful
incredible job.
experiences that we otherwise
could
would have
not
never-
recommend Shangri-La brand better. Like
Yeah.
any of the family
Or
resorts are
specifically
just
for families.
yeah,
Like
out
I
of
just
this
think
world.
Hong Kong in general does family very, very well because they're a
Yeah, they're
well organized, well oiled machine. They understand the needs of family very well. So
Yeah.
everything's catered.
and Shangri-La Singapore same
Oh,
amazing
yeah, without
job.
a doubt.
Yeah.
I think any, like those countries that just have their shit together, they have their shit together across all aspects of life, so family included.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they just take it to a whole nother level.
We did
at the
Disney Hong
Shangri-La.
Kong
We
with the
did do
girls.
Disney.
That was
Loved it.
incredible. And my mum came as well, which
yeah,
was very,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
very special. Had a great time with them. And then we come back. So that's August, beginning of
Yeah.
August. Then we've got Havana's birthday at the end of August.
Thank you for taking over the reading, by the way, because I couldn't see.
You're welcome. Everyone plays to their strengths. Havana's birthday.
Yes.
When we did a joint party with the girls for the Wicked party.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Which was amazing. That was a lot of fun. Then Alila had her 4th. We did Beauty and the Beast as well in September. Then September, we did our first $3 million launch at the end of that month as well, which was amazing. Then October, we did Staycation in Crown, James Blunt.
Oh, yes, we did.
And also we went to Neil's boxing charity
Yeah,
gala.
yep.
That was cool.
Yeah.
And then we did the Wiggles.
Yes.
And then this is now getting into November. And then November was mental.
So it feels like a blink ago, honestly.
Shit, man.
Yeah.
So November, what happened in November? So we did personal
was
branding launch
crazy.
with Nina, breathwork certification with Mike. I was in the Hunter Valley. Then I was in Sydney. Then the Gold Coast. I did the Forbes. I did the yacht party with Forbes. Then we came back and did Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Mum's Christmas. We did the Wild Success Summit. Then I was in Sydney again for Miggity Empire. Then Daddy Daughter Dance. Then we lost Archie.
Yeah.
And now it's Monday the 22nd. And
Yep.
that's all the things.
Yeah,
And
that's
then-
pretty much the year in a nutshell.
Christmas and plans for New Year's.
Yeah. As in, what are they? We'll get better at working together.
man. Yes, baby. Yeah. So
This is what our normal dialogues are, Home Alone.
plans for New Year's.
So we are going to Dubai.
Are we?
Are we? Are we not?
No one's told me this.
Have you not booked?
I
haven't booked. Did you book?
I've absolutely fucking booked.
What was the thing you wanted to do? Do you want to go have sushi? for
Sushi,
dinner?
yeah. And then we'll do it at Nobu in Dubai.
Anyway, you'll see that videos later to come. No, we have been dabbling with the idea of potentially a relocation.
We haven't been dabbling with the idea.
Okay, well, I don't want to just
Yeah.
don't want a hard launch like that.
Hard launch
Gotta
it.
warm the people up to new ideas, especially
A hard
people in the
launch.
family that we haven't told yet. I'm sorry about that.
Everyone in the family knows that we've told them.
Have we?
Are you going to see this? You'll never see this face again.
Anyway, we're seriously considering moving to Dubai. There you go.
Why?
Well, many reasons.
Tell the people
Many
the reasons.
reasons.
The people need to know.
We both feel like Dubai is an expansionary place. I think that's a big reason. It's also the middle of the world, and we plan to continue traveling a lot. So the accessibility from the middle of the world as opposed to the most isolated place in the entire world is a big plus as well.
Yeah.
There's also a phenomenal lifestyle factor that we are going to just check out in terms of the accessibility to like live on basically islands with beautiful beachfront properties and things like that. The amount of development.
Shout out to Hannah. Thank you for hooking us up.
So that's really exciting too, because to get into similar properties in that type of market in Australia is near impossible, because people don't want to sell those properties. So that's exciting. And then also just the expansion of the business and the way that things have gone this year have really opened our eyes up and made us think more strategically about how to position ourselves, the networks that we will need or / desire to create with other businesses and entrepreneurs, and just there's a huge elephant of just tax and how hard it is in Australia to get ahead as a business with the level of just outlay from that perspective. It's really inhibiting to try and expand things in the way that we wish to when a huge chunk of your money just goes straight back into taxes.
Yeah, I think this it's a sensitive subject for a lot of people because if once you become a business owner, you get to see the other side of the curtain, right? It's like the Wizard of Oz. And I'm convinced that if everyone in Australia, and this is true all over the world, but especially in Australia, if everyone in Australia received the full amount of the income that they are paid, and then at the end of the year they had to take that money and then give that money to the government themselves, there would be riots in the street. But it's only because of the fact that the company takes that money on behalf of the person and then gives the
why
employee.
It's done that way.
Yeah, of course it is.
No one would give it.
No one would sign up for that. And so as a business owner, like this year is the first year we had to pay payroll tax, which is a lovely tax that you get. When you pay your staff more than $1 million a year, you now pay payroll tax. It's another tax for basically employing people, which is just ludicrous. It's 10%.
It's crazy to me.
So you pay more tax on top of that just purely for the privilege of paying people that you were already paying anyway. Then there's obviously GST. There is the payroll tax. Then there's if you pay, you try to pay the staff for anything or do anything in terms of perks as fringe benefits tax, which is ludicrous, by the way, right? Like if you wanted to pay somebody and give somebody a car as an example, right? And we're not talking about for us. We have like a Mitsubishi Outlander. But if you wanted to do that, you would have to pay effectively you have to pay the full amount of that again in the business just in tax to offset that for the individual.
It's basically the same as giving them cash and paying them for the tax on it. It's
just mental. So there's payroll tax. There's obviously superannuation you have to pay, fringe benefits tax. Then there's obviously if you make a profit, you pay income tax on that profit. And then, of course, if you make a profit and you pay the income tax, if you then distribute that money to yourself, you pay extra tax. And then, of course, you pay the tax on the salary that you pay to yourself anyway. So it's a lot, man. It's a lot. And by comparison, if we were to move the business to Dubai, we pay no tax. There's none of that. There's no capital gains tax. By the way, when we do move to Dubai, if we move to Dubai, so in order to leave the country, we have to pay the ATO an exit tax, which is basically they value all the shit that we currently have, and we have to pay the government capital gains tax, even though we're not selling the business, to leave the country, which is mental in and of itself. But by comparison, if we were to make $1 million profit in Australia, we pay $250 in taxes. That's before everything else. In Dubai, we pay nothing, not $1, which is just mental. And that obviously means we can pay more people and do all the other things. So
I think that's the thing, right? It's businesses are already contributing so much to society in terms of their providing employment to the general public, to other Australians. Like we are literally giving employment to other people so that they can then continue to live and don't need benefits and things like that from the government. So we contribute in a huge way in that way. And like I don't think anyone has any problem of contributing to the country as a whole. But I think when it just starts to feel like there's a cap here, like there's you're making it more challenging for us to do well, as opposed to incentivizing us in any sort of way to be able to grow and continue to contribute to other Australians in terms of employment. Like you're making it harder. So I think there's like the penny drops eventually, and you're like that. It's actually just a joke. Like it's really unfair. Yeah.
Yeah, and look, it's not just about the tax piece. There's a lot of other factors to it as
without a
well.
doubt.
And I think partly because we've got the girls, we want to homeschool or world school the girls.
Yeah.
And we want them to be global citizens.
Yeah.
And the ability to do that from Dubai. I mean, for us to fly to Dubai is 11 hours.
Yeah.
But for us to fly from Dubai, like for us to fly to Sydney is 4 or 5 hours. But from Dubai, 4 or 5 hours is Europe.
Yeah.
It's anywhere in Europe. You get access to the exposure of all of that for them.
Yeah.
And I think for us as well, one of the things that's exciting about Dubai is that when I was 4, my grandparents came over to Australia and we moved to Australia. You've obviously always been in Australia, but for my family, we came here. I like the idea as well of that being a chapter that we go through in our lives where we move to another country and have to reestablish ourselves.
Yeah.
And everyone that's going to Dubai or Abu Dhabi, as an example, is also doing that as well. It's like a frontier territory.
Yes.
So I quite like the idea of doing that. And if it's obviously not great, we won't know. So part of that is when, we were talking about this before, just literally with Nina, just before. When you're making big decisions, there's one-way doors and two-way doors.
Yeah.
Having kids is a one-way door. You can't not have kids once you've had kids. But a two-way door is like, hey, Dubai, if we go over and we really love it, great. And if we don't love it, we come back.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple. So we're going to spend 3 weeks in Dubai and Abu Dhabi from January. I'm getting my golden visa. We've already just set up the company already last week. So that's amazing. We're going to get everything set up. We're going to visit some neighborhoods, see if we like some stuff.
Yeah.
And if it's a fuck yeah, we'll move.
Yeah.
And look, I think the plan originally was that we were going to wait until we've already had Bobs, 3 to do, but we're not pregnant right now. So if that doesn't happen, we might look to do that beforehand and then come back for baby. Who knows?
Yeah.
But that's part of the...
Stay tuned in 2026 for all of that, Jazz.
part of the plan.
It's going to be fun.
And by the way, if you guys would like more information on that and the move, and that I've spoke to a million different advisors and consultants and financial planners and tax experts and lawyers, and then also real estate agents in Dubai, all the things. So
There's
if
a lot
anyone
of
wants
boxes
info
to
there,
tick.
hit us up. We'll give you some connections.
Yeah.
Certainly learnt the hard way.
Yeah.
So that's super cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been an incredible fucking year.
Yeah, it has.
What, without, buying into our own hype here, but just I think because it's a genuine thing, this has been a big year.
Yeah, it has.
2 kids that started the year 3 and 1 and now 4 and 2. A business that at the beginning of the year had maybe 3 full-time employees and now has, I think we got 36.
Yeah.
We went from 3 million to 16 million. We've traveled around the world. I don't know how many countries we've been in this year, but it's, I think, what did we say in the catch-up? Was it 15? No, 15, maybe more. It's been a lot,
A
right?
lot of countries.
It's been a lot of countries.
Yeah.
We've taken as a family, maybe I'm going to say at least 12 weeks off, maybe 15 weeks off this year.
12's probably about right.
Now, to be fair, Singapore really wasn't time off. It was meant to be, but because of the
dealing with the saga.
payment saga, that was very much on. But it is what it is. So we've had an incredible year, and you've lost 10 kilos. Not that it's about the numbers.
It's not.
But I've also lost, I think the number 6 kilos this year, which has been cool as well. So we've done it, like it's been a great fucking year, right? What are some of the things that you think that most people don't do or don't have in place that we have in place? It's because I imagine it will be easy for people to go, be easy for people to go, yeah, that's easy for them to have done all of that because they have money.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it is.
Yeah.
Right? It's certainly very easy to do it by comparison. But I don't necessarily think that, I think there's some stuff that we've done that's not been because of the money piece. So I'm just interested to get your reflection on it of going, what do you think that's allowed us to have this year in the way that we have? Because I just don't know that most people are able to make that growth trajectory happen without it all falling apart. So like if there was some lessons in that beyond just,
Gosh.
Yeah.
That's a big question.
I know. Well, while you think, let me highlight a few things that we are blessed to have.
Yes.
Because there's definitely some stuff as well that's real easy for most people to get their head around, right? So we obviously have 2 remarkable, healthy, happy baby kids.
Yeah.
Right? And they're not hard kids for us. We are truly, genuinely blessed. We have amazing kids.
Yeah.
And if you had sick kids, none of this happens, right?
Yeah.
And of course, you would prioritize that, right?
Absolutely.
We're also tremendously blessed to have amazing family.
Yes.
My grandparents live around the corner, and they would literally take the kids off us if we could.
Hands-on.
Right?
Everyone is hands-on.
Yeah, so my grandparents, the kids' great-grandparents, they would see them 7 days a week if we let them.
Yeah, they come over every
all
day
the time.
just to drop off
Just
bread.
whenever the fuck they want for no reason whatsoever.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
So we're very blessed to have them. Your mum is over our house once a week or once every fortnight.
And your mum's the other fortnight.
Yep.
Yep.
Your dad is
Weekly.
over once a week.
Yeah.
My dad's still very much in the thick of company creation and real estate as well, but he'll see the girls probably once a month. And then, so we've got a beautiful family support structure as well, which makes life easier. And then we have a full-time nanny and housekeeper in Rochelle, and she's been incredible for us, which has been amazing. How many hours does she do a week?
Roughly 20.
20. Okay. Feels like more than that. I'm sure she'd say it's been more than that.
Yeah.
And then we have Danny, who does cleaning for us as well once a week as well.
Deep clean, yeah.
And that's the core nucleus of our family team, right? Missing anything there? No, Mohammed does the gardens and the pool and stuff like that. All that stuff gets taken care of. But on the whole, that's the sort of core structure that we've got. So very blessed to have family support.
Yeah.
And how many hours a week you do at the moment in terms of wild versus with the kids?
Ooh, it's definitely been more heavy on the wild this year. Yeah, without a doubt. There was just out of necessity.
Yeah.
And, you know, we've now got a really amazing team, which means I probably can step back into motherhood a little bit more and find a bit more of a balance there. But in saying that, like, the girls are in my office all of the freaking time. They just want to sit on my lap and draw, be in the team meetings and whatever. So it's not like I don't get to see them because we work and live in the same vicinity. Yeah. But I would say I was probably doing a good 30, 35 hours a week this year. So that's by no means like I'm not pulling 50, 60 hour weeks. So I'm still just doing like daytime hours, and generally speaking, the girls have someone fun that they enjoy hanging out with more than me anyway. So yeah, I would say that's been the balance. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we have all of the blessings of all of that.
Yeah.
There's been phases this year where we've cooked and stuff, but most of the time we'll have like Rochelle will prep or we'll order in.
80% done. Yeah.
Yeah.
80% done dinners or like super simple dinners or we'll order in. Yeah. So
that certainly helps.
Yeah, without a doubt.
But yeah, come back to my original question. What are some of the things that you think that are like easily transferable that we have in place that maybe the average couple or family doesn't have in place that's made it easy for us to be able to facilitate the year that we've had both personally, professionally as a family?
Yeah. I think probably a big one is like delegating. And I know that sounds silly to say if you don't have a housekeeper, but you can also delegate in other ways as a family unit. So, for example, by ordering your groceries online and having them delivered. Like there is no way in hell that I'm going to the grocery store, and I'm certainly not going to the grocery store with kids in tow and having that whole stressful experience. So just finding ways to shortcut the process a little bit so that there's just more ease and peace. And, you know, like I think you can get a Woolworths unlimited delivery subscription for $10 and every week your groceries come for free. So there's like, it's about creating that ease, but you have to be first willing to let go of some of the things that you are attached to doing for whatever reason, whether that's, you know, significance or, you know, I'm not good enough or whatever reason you think that you have to do all of the things, and just delegate those things out. I think too, sometimes just spending the money. For example, we have people close to us that are in the thick of parenthood. And I think sometimes if you think of things from a different lens, and obviously from looking outside, it's easy to say, but they could have far less arguments, far less friction, far less challenges if, say, for the first year of your child's life, you just paid for things that you normally wouldn't pay for. And maybe that you're sacrificing a coffee instead, but you're getting your house cleaned every single week, or you are buying takeaway a couple of nights a week as opposed to feeling like you have to cook the entire time. So yeah, just the delegation piece, but then just just finding ways to spend the money to make your life easier. And I know we said it wasn't going to be about money, but I just think that's such a big shift for people to make in those like little mundane tasks that they really don't have to be doing. And if you think about maybe what that might cost over the course of a year, and again, I'm so grateful that we do have such abundance, but just making some small swaps so that your life that in those early years of parenthood are that much easier, I think can save marriages, it can save friction, it can save, and just time that can be better spent elsewhere. I know that's not really the question that you asked because you said things that aren't monetary related, but I don't know what else.
I think the point you make though is right, which is about identifying friction.
Yeah.
I think we do a great job of that.
Yeah.
I think we have a lot of friction in our lives, tremendous amount, but we ourselves, the two of us, don't have a lot of friction because what we tend to do is focus on, hey, what's the stuff that only we have to deal with?
Yeah.
Like even in the car ride up here, right? In the car ride up here, we're like, it's 2 days before Christmas. We've got a mountain of things to do. We're hosting your family in the morning at mine. We've got to my dad's house. We've got like all the things.
Yeah.
So in your mind, you're like, hey, we've got all this stuff to do. And I was like, great, let's get ChatGPT. We'll literally talk about it. We did this in the car. We'll talk about all the things we have to do. And we said, okay, what are the things that we have to do? What are the things that we can outsource to Airtasker or we can get somebody else on board to do? Like I've always had a philosophy, and we've had many conversations about this, to go, hey, within our life, there's stuff that only you can do as a mother of our girls. And there's stuff that only I can do as a father to our girls. And everything else that's not those things, let's find somebody else that can do those things. Because we're very lucky in the sense that we've created a life where we can make the additional money required to pay people to do that. But irrespective of whether or not we're lucky to have that, part of the reason why we've been lucky to have that is because we forced ourselves to create an environment where we have to find that. And I think there's plenty of people out, not everybody listening to this can do this, but there are some people out there that can do the extra time, the overtime, pick up the sales gig, can do the consulting, can do whatever to find the extra money, but don't. There's people that we know in our whole network that have sometimes more money than us that don't spend money on this stuff only because of the fact that they've got this mindset of going, well, no, we need to do it ourselves. Like we've had many conversations. I've said, hey, like we want to have a clean house. We want to have food on the table. We want to do, but I've never said that you need to do those things. It's just that we want to have that.
That was definitely a big shift for me this year. Because and you framed it really well to me one day where you said, like, I make the money in terms of I'm the provider of the family. Like that's your wheelhouse. But sometimes people in the company make money. Like we have salespeople who make money. But I don't necessarily, it's different. And so I don't know how to explain this properly. Sometimes my words get all jumbled up. But you're leading that and you're still making sure that the credit card doesn't decline, even though you may not have been the specific person that made that specific dollar. And then the same in my world can be true too, where I don't have to do all the cleaning and the cooking and the laundry and all of the things myself, as long as the end result is there's clean clothes in the drawer and there's food in the fridge and there's dinner on the table. That's not like tied to me as a contributor of the house by me specifically having to do those jobs as long as the jobs are done. If that makes sense. Just as the same as it's not tied to you specifically as a provider to have to make every single dollar yourself as long as we can pay for the things that we need to pay for. And that was a good shift in my mindset this year because I have found myself in years past getting like anxious and overwhelmed with all of the things that there are to do. But now I think about things so much differently since that conversation in terms of, okay, cool, if I actually need to do it, then I'll do it. But also my time can be better used elsewhere, either working in the business or being with the girls or doing whatever things that I want to do with my time and someone else can take care of the extensive to-do list in my head.
And look, without going around in a full circle on this, I think that what was true before we had the means that we have and what's still true now is the power of full alignment. Right? So I think that that's probably the easiest way to describe it. That doesn't cost any money. Is being fully in alignment with the vision of the life that we're looking to create, being fully in alignment with the way that we want to live our lives, of the family values that are important to us, the way we want to raise our girls, and the ability to understand that we want us both to win. And so how do we structure our life in such a way that by you winning and the girls winning and me winning, we all win together and that we're all doing the things that we really want to do with the time that we've got. And I think that's always really significant. And I think if you keep that front and center,
Yeah.
the rest of the puzzle pieces sort of figure themselves out.
Yeah.
And from a masculine perspective, and again, I appreciate this is not the dynamic for everybody, but for me, I've always looked at it as this is a worthy challenge.
Yeah.
In that if you and the girls want to have this life, and I'm on board with that as well, then I get to have the opportunity to do whatever I can possibly do to create that.
Mm-hmm.
And so it doesn't matter to me if I get to live that life, so long as that you guys get to live that life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think for most families, they go, well, as long as our kids get to live a good life, we're happy.
Yeah.
But for me, it's been as long as our kids get to have a good life and you get to have a good life and we can facilitate that, then I'm happy. And of course, I'm also living a great life now as well,
Yeah.
but it's always been built on that paradigm and that principle. And removing friction, especially if you're in a position where you have uncapped income,
Yeah.
removing things from your life that produce friction so you can focus doing more of the stuff that allows you to make more of an impact
Yeah.
to therefore allow you to contribute more back to the overall lifestyle. That's probably the big unlock. I think if most people
Yeah.
looked at our lives, they'd probably go, wow, there's a lot of friction, but not handled by you guys.
Yes.
We designed it deliberately like that
Yes.
so that we can have the life that we want to have and also so that we can create the life for ourselves and for our girls as well. I think that's a big part of it.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Wrap it up. I want to know what's your in and out list for 2026.
Oh, God. In a new baby. I should have prepared better
Gaining
for
the
this.
10 kilos back that you just lost, but this time with
but
childbirth.
in a baby form.
In a baby
It's
form.
totally fine.
Yeah.
In more travel.
Give me
more
3 and 3.
Okay.
Because otherwise we'll be gone forever.
we will. I know.
Yeah. You should have prepped, but that's all right.
Okay. So in more beautiful experiences with the people that we love. In more intentionality across all areas of life. In growing and expanding, again, in all areas of life. Yep.
And out?
Out. Probably just out majoring in minor things that don't need to be worried about. Spending time on stupid shit that time doesn't need to be spent on. And hopefully out less like
Overwhelming
Oh my
contributions.
out less late night working.
For me,
for you.
not for
Yeah,
you.
no, for you.
Yeah.
More time with me.
Okay, great.
In
Thank
more
you for
time with
giving me things from my list.
It's for my list too.
Yeah, for our list.
Yeah.
We have one list.
I am the one that when you are in the office is out by myself, so a little less.
Yeah,
It'll be great.
true.
Like-
True. Okay.
Okay, and for you, Mr. Coyle,
Oh, she's
you
learning.
Like to share
She's
your,
learning, GG. We're getting
Would you
there.
like
I don't
to-
know. We're an hour into the podcast, but that
I should have prepped my ins and outs because
should have.
when I think about things, I come
It's
up
better
with
to be
really
prepared for the
great
podcast
answers.
and not have one than to have
I'm
a
not a good
podcast and not be
on-the-spot
prepared.
person, so next time tell me that we're going to have a podcast together on Monday.
I did.
I know.
I did. It was in the calendar. It was in the shared calendar, and yet here we are. Anyway,
Not one where Ash can't think of any answers.
my ins and outs for 2026.
Yeah.
In is definitely expansion and new horizons and exploring uncharted territories and frontiers.
Yeah.
One of my favorite quotes, which is, you don't know what your dreams will be when you're living the life of your dreams, and go as far as you can see, and when you get there, you'll be able to see further. Yeah. So I'm excited to do that next year with you. Obviously also in expansion of our family as well. Very excited about that. And also in deliberate and intentional and measured, curated growth.
Yeah.
This year's been fucking mental.
Yeah.
And looking back on it, it's one of those things we did, but I'm not sure we should. We did because we could, but I'm not necessarily sure we asked the question, should we?
Yes.
And so next year, I think we have huge opportunities. I just want to make sure we're doing stuff in a way that is sustainable for all of us in the process.
We don't want to
And-
just break shit as we go.
No.
We want things to stay intact.
Correct.
Yeah.
in a bliss and flow like state.
Yeah.
So they're my 3 ins, and then my outs would be the overtime piece.
Yeah.
I'm happy to work hard, but it's been
Yeah.
a lot of additional hours this year.
Yeah.
Also out as well would be the effectively my in is more presence and patience with you and the girls, but I think effectively out as being distracted or feeling like I have to be on all the time. Part of that same piece to be able to be more deeply connected and more present, more in the moment with you guys. And then also out as well is pulling punches. You know, and I feel I've done a little bit better of a job of it even in this conversation, but so often because we have such a big audience and a big team now as well, sometimes I want to make a point, but I found myself hedging that point or making the point and then immediately counteracting the point and trying to explain it in several different ways because you don't want anything that you're trying to say to be misconstrued, but on the same token, you also want it to be really well received.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, when you try to speak to everybody and consider every possible angle, the message just gets diluted. And so I think this year is being, in the year to come, is being willing to be misunderstood by people that don't have an intent to understand you.
Yeah.
I need to do a better job of that next year of just going, because otherwise it slows everything down. It just becomes way harder to be able to get through anything because you're always second guessing or constantly checking in with regards to all of the things you're saying all of the time, as opposed to going, hey, this is what I stand by and this is what we believe. And if you're on board with that, fucking great. And if you're not, then that's okay as well. Unfortunately, social media is not as forgiving as that.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of it is for us is next year is just being willing to shoot the shot a little bit more.
Yeah.
They're my ins and outs.
Very good.
Yeah, I think so.
You sounds like you thought about your answers really deeply.
I did. Yeah. In the spot, in the moment. While you were thinking about yours, I was thinking about,
You should have gone first. Okay, next time when...
If you ask the question first, you get to go first. That's the rules. That's how it works.
Lovely.
What are you proudest of this year?
Personally, I'm just proud of... I feel like I've expanded a lot in the leadership of, well, like our family and also our business. And I've also felt like I've navigated us as a couple a lot better as well. And I think part of that, again, is just like coming out of like the fog of motherhood and really being able to like restabilize and ground myself again. But also like with challenges and responsibilities just comes, you just have to sometimes take the more challenging path, which is straight through things. Yeah. And you've
done that really well.
Yeah, I think so. And I like for those of you who know me know that I am the softiest softie of all time. And I avoid conflict like the plague. And I hate having hard conversations with people, and especially people that I love and care about. And I've had to do that a lot this year in a number of different settings in our personal life and also in the business as well. Which normally I would just make Calvin have those conversations because he's very good with words and at getting the outcome. But there has been many occasions this year where it has had to be me. It just has had to be my responsibility. And I'm just proud that I've faced them head on and that I've, done them that I've just done it, Sometimes you just have to do it and I did. So yeah, that is
you've done an incredible job of that. And the team that you've created now within what we've got with Cash Money Queens.
Shout out to the
Cash Money Queens. The finance team is a testimony to that. I don't think that you at the start of the year create that result. It's only through having done the work this year to do that.
Yeah.
Lord knows I couldn't have created that result, but I think there's moments this year where there's lessons that you've learned and implemented this year that's allowed you to have wins at the end of the year that I don't think we achieve without you having gone through those and learning those lessons. Yeah. So I think that's I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
And most importantly, forget about all of that. I think that our girls every year are healthy and happy and fucking smart as fuck and just beautiful, just full of love and light and joy because they're a reflection of you and the space in the container that you've created for them. I also don't think you've done as many hours as you think you have in the year. Not to say that you haven't worked your ass off, you certainly have, but I don't think you've done 30, 35 hours a week for the majority of the year. Maybe towards the back end of the year, yeah. But at the beginning of the year, there's a good chunk of that time that you're with them.
Yeah.
And, there's, motherhood, as you know, is a 24-hour, 365-day thing. So even when we have someone like Shell or granddad or grandpa or whoever else, you're so enmeshed in their lives that our girls are a reflection of you. You do an amazing job. You have patience and tolerance for them in reserves that I just can't fathom. Just
Battle scars from Havana.
Oh my stars. Oh my stars. Yeah. But
Thanks.
we're very lucky.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, right back at you.
Thank you.
What is your proudest moment of the year?
I think I'm proudest of is being able to just hold the energy and the space and the container and the field that is now Wild. From a client's perspective, from a partnership perspective, from a team perspective. There's been just so much stuff this year. I mean, we started the year with 4 partners. We lost 2 partners. We didn't even mention that. We lost 2 partners.
Yeah.
The payment saga stuff, all that shit.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff this year that's happened where you're like, wow, that's big stuff.
Yeah.
And it's being able just to hold that space and that energy and to continue to navigate that has been big. So I'm very proud of myself for how I've handled that. I can tell you, I don't think Cal in previous years does that.
No.
I think he loses his shit much earlier in the process and, we lose a few more people as a result of it. But I think I've done a good job of being able to do that this year. I'm proud of that.
Yeah, I think the distinction too is that it's clear that you're fully in alignment again with the vision of the work. Whereas I think in years past, it's been hard to know what we're going after and whether we're going to double down on this or double down on that. And the journey that we've been on as a company has, could have gone in a million directions. And, it was only a couple of years ago when we fell pregnant with Havana that we were wrapping up all of our coaching and that came back into fruition. And obviously now it's
2 years ago.
Yeah. So that was only 2 years ago
2.5 years ago
happened.
we were told go bankrupt.
But I think it's just a testament for you getting back into alignment with what lights you up in the work and going after that and finding ways to fuel yourself in that. Because if there's been times where you've worked hard and I can see that you are so tired to your bones and that it's draining you, like the soul has been taken from your body and you don't have the light and the get up and go that you have had this year. So I think you realigning yourself with the purpose and the mission and the vision of the business and all of the people that we're bringing along the way has really helped in that too. But yeah, it's different. So yeah, proud of you as well.
Thank you, baby. Love you.
Love you.
Worst advice?
I will need a minute. Would you like to answer first? Do you have?
I was hoping you would give me some time. What's the worst advice that we were given that we've followed? I'm just trying to think about the year that we've had and some of the lessons that the lessons that we've learned. I'm not sure. Probably could have used more advice. To be fair. Probably our biggest thing was just we've been probably so busy in it that we haven't had time or capacity to pop our head up and ask for more advice from people. We probably would have made less mistakes if we'd asked for more advice.
Yeah.
But that's probably the speed we're moving at. That's probably the biggest thing.
I'm not sure. Yeah, we've been given bad advice.
No, we've definitely put our trust in the wrong people.
Oh yeah,
we've definitely hired the wrong people. We've definitely said yes to partnerships and opportunities and projects that were the wrong people, and maybe we thought that people were able to deliver on more than what they were able to. I think probably one of the biggest lessons. And this is probably not a direct answer to your question, but since I'm struggling,
I know
to
what
give
you're
you
going
an
to
answer.
say, and I think it is. But we have received that advice from people many times. If it's the thing that I think you're going to say,
please tell me what I'm going to say.
Is I don't want it to come across the wrong way. That everything is temporary, whether that's success, whether that's people that you think are going to be in your life for a long time, whether that's the support of something, whether that's a business deal. Everything is transient. And I think sometimes a mistake that we make in the past, not so much now, but in the past has been like really doubling down emotionally, financially on certain things and probably giving more than we should or what even is required into things that maybe haven't proven themselves yet.
Yeah, I think that's appropriate. What I was going to say was not that, but that's on the money.
Yep.
I think there's an impermanence, as you're saying, to things, and you don't know how long an opportunity is going to last. And so sometimes you think it's more than it is or less than it is. But I think my biggest lesson is that some people are unable to sustain altitude.
Yeah.
I remember there's a quote from Billions, Bobby Axelrod is talking about it with Taylor.
Yeah.
And he's talking about getting to a certain level and that some people struggle to get there, but some people that do get there can't breathe at that level because the air is thinner. And it's like altitude sickness. And we've seen that this year where you have people that are successful to a point and then they get beyond that point and they just can't deal with it. They self-combust. And that's probably a reflection of where I was at in the years gone by. But this year, certainly we've been able to hold a higher level than that for a longer time. But we've seen that with so many partners this year and team members as well, where they just, there's been great people that we've had along the way that we've lost simply because of the fact that for whatever reason, they just fucking self-combust. I can think of many examples like that. But I think the people that we've got on board now are remarkable and exceptional, and I'm looking forward to working with them into the year ahead.
Yep.
It's been a good year.
It's been a great year.
I'm excited for the next one.